We're in Springfield, Massachusetts this evening, and we're looking at a beautiful church campus. It's called Our Lady of the Sacred Heart Church. It was built in 1929. We're looking at the back. The front is a very busy street, so you wouldn't hear me very well. So it's good that we're in the back. It's a fairly plain look to it. It's hard to classify the architectural style. Is it trying to be mission style? Is it trying to be classical? It has a couple of that's pretty nice. No bell inside that you can see. All right, and it was for all ethnic groups, so Irish, French, Canadian, Polish could come here. And all right, and we think we see the bell inside of it, so that's really cool. Now there's a sign out front saying that what it is, but it's abbreviated. It's called OSH Springfield. It has a website under that name, OSH Springfield. And the churchyard along its side is very nice. There's a memorial stone in the very front for one of its earlier pastors. At this point, it's 95 years old, so it's coming up to a centennial very soon. The rectory is alongside of it, built at the same time, and it's also still used by at least 2 pastors inside of there. Now, what Catholic church would be lost without a school? There's actually a few that don't have schools, but most of them do. And since this is a fairly old one, 1929, it does have a school. So the Our Lady of the Sacred Heart School is back here. It used to be kindergarten to 8th grade. And it has 2 sides that say boys and girls on it. The girls one is closest to us, right? And on the tablature above there, it used to have a inscription, still does. It says Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. In the back, the building is enormous. So we're just seeing about half of it. The other half in back goes at a perpendicular angle to it. It makes it a very large place. So they must have lots of students. I would guess that this is made 1929, and that the addition was made later when it grew and grew. Now, if you have a school across the street, you must have a convent, and we see across the street that they do have a convent. All right, so we're going to look at the convent now. The convent is very big, and it's in a neo-colonial style. It's a very nice look to it. And you can see one small grotto in front. Now, so we covered all the 4 buildings and what they were, but what they are now is quite different. So what has this become? The convent has become the Father Leo Shea Pastoral Center. In the back is a chapel, entrance to a chapel. And the chapel is actually the former nuns' chapel that's inside this building, and is being used as a daily mass center. So the morning mass of the Our Lady of Sacred Heart now takes place in the pastoral center, and where the nuns' chapel was. All right, and it's pastoral center, which means a social hall where all administration takes place, so forth. And the reason why they changed it, the nuns had left when the school closed down, and the rectory wasn't that big, so they could use this as social center and administration center. Okay, so now the nuns left because the school closed down in the year 2006, and what it changed into, it became the Belliot Elementary School, named after Thomas Belliot. That's a former school that was located elsewhere in Springfield, but close by, and they were generally a middle school, and when they came here, they were kindergarten, actually a preschool, to grade 5. Right, and the Belliot Bulldogs are their names, and they have a full range of public school services. So it's part of the Springfield Public Schools. All right, so it's quite a change. And what did the other components become? Well, we'll spin around to see them. All right, the church is still the Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. Why does it still exist so well? Because it's in the suburban part of Springfield, right? And as you know very well, there were flights out of the inner cities all over the United States, and some made it out of the city or town into another community, but some just went to the outskirts of the city itself, and this is one of those. and the people followed. Or the people came first and the church followed. Maybe that's a better way of looking at it. And so that's why this can still exist there. And the same with the rectory. It might have had at one time 4 pastors, now it only has 2. So it's still an active community, and that's great to see. All right, to finish off, we'll take a half scan of this whole area. Thank you.